it's Isabella here and welcome back to the channel. So today's video, as you guys can tell, we are doing another anti-MLM reacts video, a part 2, if you will, to a video that I previously posted. I highly recommend checking it out. I reacted to a Monat WFABB leader under the name of Draymus. Honestly, I could give a shit what her name is. It was probably one of the most problematic things that I have reacted to. It was her reacting to an anti-MLM individual, which actually was just somebody that was talking on the news about their experience with an MLM. Nonetheless, though, we talked about it and there was a lot of problematic things in here and there was just so much going on and it was absolutely disgusting to say the least. Again, you guys, if you haven't caught up on this, I really recommend you to go to watch that first so that you guys have a full understanding of a lot of the comments that I'm going to be making in today's video. But you guys really love that I made a comment on this, and there's further things involved with this situation that I still wanted to keep engaging with and discussing. After I actually uploaded my first video, I had a lot more thoughts popping up, and I really just kind of like listened to the video several times even, because I had a lot of things and perspectives that I wanted to pull, and now that there was more things posted by Dre, I was like, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna talk about this a little bit more. We're gonna react to a live that she posted up yesterday, including discussing myself and other creators that discussed this, and yeah, so let's talk about it. So before we hop into today's video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell button so that you'll be notified of every single video I post. And now without further ado, let's hop into this anti-MLM reacts video. Oh goodness gracious. Everyone say hello. Wawa wants to make an appearance. Are you saying hello to the audience? Oh, it's a big yawn. All right, anyways, guys, back to what I was saying. So Dre actually posted up a live that was kind of talking about a bunch of things, just really connecting with her audience, I guess. And I had some people kind of screenshot to me. I guess some comments were popping up about Chelsea and I, apparently. Again, I wasn't able to see a lot of it because when you repost a live, she didn't have the comments attached to it. So like, I couldn't see the rest of the attachments, but this was a IGTV that was posted after it was originally live, posted as an IGTV that said, y'all asked me to share this one, in-depth Q&A about the biz starts at like 80-ish, so the second half. So it was part of the business, and then part of it was bitching about us the entire time. So let's just start listening to what she has to say on this.
Anti-MLMers just live sad and empty lives and will never be successful at anything because they're ignorant too much. I don't know. They block, that's all I know. They block, that's all I know. They live a very negative life, friends. Like, it's just funny to me because like a lot of them are getting at me like, oh my God, you're so rude and insensitive and blah, 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 blah in this video, which I don't feel like, I don't know, maybe, let me know what y'all think. I don't feel like I was rude or insensitive because nothing I said was targeted to those women and their experiences. And I said multiple times, it sucks that they went through that because it's not a representation of network marketing. I was attacking the concept, not them as people. There's nothing wrong with them.
Okay, so let's give a beautiful recap here. She says that she wasn't in any way attacking the individual people. However, cue this little fun fucking montage.
For, I don't want to call it the like anti-MLM movement, but just
so it's really been hard, the mental health piece, but the weather being better.
It sucks that she got hospitalized, but that has nothing to do with MLM.
All that, babe. You don't need, nobody in the business says, hey, if you want to join this business, you gotta buy products to do a giveaway.
And
No offense to the women in this video, but if you lose $5,000 of money in a network marketing company, you make poor decisions.
Anyways, to sum this up, she absolutely laughed at these poor people, mocked them essentially. And I'm gonna get into the difference between what she did in that video versus what I'm doing right now. Because trust me, there's a huge difference. But she essentially also degraded this girl, so did her little minions in the back. Not to mention, she also said that there was no way that this girl's depression could be existing or worsened because of multi-level marketing. So she's essentially living in an echo chamber at this point. Now, absolutely, I will agree that she was doing something similar to what I'm doing right now, taking a video, reacting to it, etc. But the way that she did it was poorly done. Absolutely no hardcore real facts were in that video, and it was easily debunkable to say the least, in my opinion. Here's my biggest problem with this, and this is something I want to call out. Dre had absolutely no problem with finding this video that was posted up by a news channel, Had no problem reacting to it. She did, in fact, degrade this poor girl. She did, in fact, speak down on her. That is something that literally is in videos. It's still live. You guys can see that. I find it very ironic because I had some run-in with this girl. I find it very ironic how she had no problem going after somebody who was very small, sharing their experience, and in a vulnerable spot. However, I called her out publicly. I tagged her in my stories. And suddenly, even though she's the one threatening to sue me for, I don't know, law of defamation, like she liked to claim, which she doesn't even fucking know what that means, suddenly she blocks me and runs away, which doesn't make any sense. So in my opinion, what I'm seeing is she has enough confidence to go after and has enough security to go after people who don't have much of a voice, but have a major problem with actually going head on with people like me. She's not capable of doing that because she cannot win an argument like that. She's highly incapable of handling an actual adult conversation, and that's why I've gotten to the point that I am now. Now, a lot of you guys know, I am just hit a point in terms of my channel where top leaders are not getting fucking blurred anymore. They're not, because they are very much self-aware of their actions, and their actions are causing a lot of harm to thousands of people. Any form of fucking courtesy, if they are not offering the same courtesy or basic respect and assistance to anyone else on their downline or anything, if they are literally a part of the problem of why these people are having their lives ruined, their credit fucked, etc., then no, I don't owe them absolutely shit. And that's especially why I literally reacted to Dre's video, because I'm sorry, I don't owe her a single ounce of respect in the slightest. I don't owe her a single thing because she's very much well aware of her actions. The way that she handled it was absolutely pure disgusting. And then when someone actually asks her questions or challenges her and calls her out, suddenly she's blocked and suddenly I'm blocked and runs away. I haven't blocked you, Dre, just a reminder. So if you'd like to have a fucking educated conversation, we can do that. But I just know that you are incapable of doing so because I know I would win. That's very easy to do, especially when someone lives in a lovely little echo chamber. Anyways, let's keep listening.
As people, you know what I mean? But like I was very much so talking about the concept of blaming MLM for like a typical thing, you know what I mean? Like me being depressed, like and while I was in HVAC, I can't blame the HVAC industry for that. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not invalidating the fact that you were depressed. I was depressed too. I talked about it all the time, but we can't blame like an entire industry. It's like, have you ever seen a real estate agent blame his depression on the real estate industry? You understand what I'm saying? Like, so anyways, but a lot of
says, I don't invalidate her experience. Proceeds to invalidate her experience. I'm sorry, Dre, but cut the shit and pull your head out of your ass, okay? You did invalidate this girl's experience, and you literally said that there was no way that she could have depression from her multi-level marketing company. Anyone can have problems with their job and have their anxiety or depression or any other mental health situations increased or have more problems due to the situation that they're in. That's kind of a no-brainer, if you will. But completely invalidating it is ridiculous. Anyone can maybe have more struggle with their depression because they're shitty experience in a 9-to-5. However, though, the big difference is most people come out of multi-level marketing companies. I haven't heard of an actual real good story of people that leave multi-level marketing companies that have good experiences because there would be no reason to leave in general. However, again, the industry as a whole is problematic. It is corrupt. It is slimy and scammy. And again, how can you say that it isn't corrupt, slimy, and scammy when most people that leave have horrible experiences? We have studies and statistics proving that there's thousands of dollars lost all the time by so many people, and the failure rates are significantly high. Like, riddle me that. God, you did invalidate her experience. You literally had dipshit 1 and 2 behind you also laughing and treating them like shit as well. And you knew you could do that because you also had a bigger platform, because it was easy for you, because this person was a small individual that you can just comment on and it was fine. But oh yeah, again, now suddenly you have a problem when people like me call you out and say, hey, actually that's highly incorrect. Here's why, here's a source to that. Like I said, when it comes to individuals like Dre who have proven themselves to be absolutely pathetic in this way, who have shown their ass to us already, I don't owe them an ounce of respect. I don't owe them a level of decency at all. We're done with that. I'm gonna call it out how it is, and I'm gonna say it how it is. If you're gonna treat people like they're trash, and even though you are the one that benefits from the scam, then I am going to absolutely feed your medicine right back down your fucking throat.
But a lot of these anti people were saying like, oh, you're the ones that were in my DMs. I don't know about the video, but you're or in the comments like you're insensitive and blah blah blah. And I'm like, Bro, what are these YouTube videos about me? What are they? Bashing me? Are they fucking insensitive or what? They literally have a whole career out of doing what I just did in that one video.
Here's the difference though, okay? With most of my content, I am reacting, and this again, I'm speaking for myself right now because I know my channel very well. I'm reacting to higher ups, people that are very much self-aware, people that have created the culture and environment in most of these MLMs, and people who have a major hand in what the hell happens. They also have thousands of people underneath them. There's also, you again are considered a leader. She is somebody that has a lot of people under her. She's making a profit off of a team, not necessarily actual sales. There's so much involved. The difference is this girl was nicely sharing her story and you absolutely belittled her, but you, on the other hand, are a well-known individual. You are quote unquote a public figure on a public platform that knowingly go about targeting people. I'm sorry, but that is exactly my opinion. So top leaders and people that have self-awareness and what they are doing and the actions they're taking, I am going to call you out. There are consequences for your actions, Dre. And when you want to be a big girl and when you want to call yourself a boss and a leader, you're going to get people that are going to call you out when you do unethical things. We don't see a lot of other people that are doing their job in a very ethical and right way getting called out because there's no need to. If you didn't do unethical shit, I wouldn't be here calling you out. I literally, this is a very basic formula. Dre says stupid shit, somebody sees it, equals people like me commenting on it and using you as an example. I'm sorry, Dre, but you're a beautiful example of an absolutely pathetic fucking leader. You're a beautiful example, in my opinion, of someone who preys on people for financial gain and smiles at it. You're also a beautiful example, as I just showed you, of someone who would rather react to somebody small and laugh about it and use it as a little power move for you than come after people like me. You don't have enough confidence to do that, nor are you capable. So yeah, there's a little bit of a difference between someone that's actually self-aware and has a platform and has an effect on a lot of people versus someone who's sharing their experience of being a victim of a cult.
Screen recording my shit and then saying shit about it and other people's shit and literally harassing people. So what? I'm literally gave you a small taste of your own medicine and it's like an uproar. Just chill the fuck up. Anyways.
Taste of our own medicine. Well, yes, you did react to somebody, which is something that I do. This is still a different experience and situation. And it wasn't exactly a taste of my own medicine. If you weren't even reacting to me, you react to another vulnerable individual. So again, Dre, get fucked. If you want to give me a taste of my own medicine, why don't you actually be willing to talk to me, huh? Why don't we go back and forth? Oh, that's right, because you bitched out of your threats to me and you blocked me and you cannot handle what I shovel out. Okay, just admit it. Just please admit it and just be honest with yourself that you would much rather call out somebody that is in a vulnerable position like you're used to doing. It's very easy for you to do that to vulnerable individuals since it's your job, clearly, in my opinion. But when it comes to me, it's a problem. Yeah, I think we know your confidence is lacking in what you do.
I think maybe the girl could have felt like you blamed her instead of the business, but bro, wasting $5,000 before you finally leave just ain't smart. It's just not smart. Yeah, even a few girls messaged me thank you for this perspective. You did it in such a respectful way. Yes, I crack jokes. I'm a joker. I make jokes. Yes, it was funny. We were cracking jokes, but I genuinely have nothing against those girls.
Okay, again, Dre, backtracking and say you genuinely have nothing against them, but saying that they're stupid and absolutely degrading them. Sure, the people that messaged you, if they did for that matter, were people still part of the multi-level marketing companies that were highly brainwashed to say the least. You did not handle it well. Again, there's a whole different story maybe, and I would, honest to God, I'm gonna be real with you here, I would expect you to get that mouthy about an anti-MLM creator. Okay, they've used your examples and content, and honestly, that's what I expected when I first clicked on this live. But to see you go about acting that way about a vulnerable individual, not maybe someone like me or Cece, boss up about it and be like, let's go, come on. I've been waiting for this. But instead, no, it wasn't respectful. It was really messed up. And again, I would have more respect and I would feel better if you really targeted that shit towards me or somebody else who's capable of handling that. But instead, you did that to somebody who was in a vulnerable position, and you and I both know it.
It sucks what they went through, but it doesn't mean that it's MLM's fault, is what I'm saying. Is basically the entire message of the video. Is it does not mean that it was network marketing's fault. Yeah, they're all blocked.
I know. I'm blocked. Wow, big girl moves.
I'm gonna sue her. Boss Lee already got that going. No, I'm not suing her. Maybe when I'm a millionaire. I'm not wasting my coins on that shit.
No. It's not maybe I'll sue her. You can do it. You can. It's if you're gonna win or not, which we know you can't because you don't have a case to stand on.
But but I heard Boss Lee sends cease and desist on a lot of them. But she's not gonna sue her for that because that's a video of me, right? No, I don't think you were being harsh or anything. I think the girl maybe... Fuck them. Fuck them, Dre. I also don't see how people can say their products they use personally are a loss. I don't count it because you'd be buying it from somewhere. True. Very good point. You were on something, Mims. Aw, thanks, Mandy. I don't know who these people are. I genuinely don't know one person. I watched one anti-MLM video when I first joined. Like, this is like my first 3-4 months in the business, where I heard that a girl was talking about me, and I watched it once and I was like, this is vibrating way too low for me, and it was just making me angry because of the amount of falsehood in every single sentence, the amount of you can tell that they're not educated on the industry. They're not things like talking about bonus buying, a lot of people just one example, a lot of people people were commenting that on my IGTV. People buy products to hit their rank. $5,000. You're gonna buy $5,000 worth of product to hit your rank, and on top of that, you don't know that Monet, if you actually did your research, which it's hard to find this out if you're not a market partner, if you're not in the business. If you did your research, they actually have limitations in place so that you don't do that, so that they prevent you from doing that.
Okay, let's pause this here because this is something that we have talked about. And again, we have physically seen screenshots of top leaders. Again, this is all still alleged, but I'm just saying, the screenshots are screenshots, y'all. But nonetheless, we saw screenshots, and again, they are on some anti-MLM Instagram pages of some top leaders allegedly asking their team and buying ranks, pretty much. But here's the thing. I know there are certain things put in quote-unquote place to prevent rank buying. However, we're kind of forgetting a loophole that exists, which is how allegedly this went down. So we saw there was an example of some very, very high up top leaders. I think they're even sisters in this. I don't know. There's some people that were allegedly buying ranks. There's a way that they do it though. So if the system in Monet is existing to where you can't use one credit card to buy a shit ton of things, you know how they get around that? They get around it by asking their downlines and other people to purchase products. They ask their downlines to do it, and then they will refund them and cash out them or some shit. That's literally what happens. Or maybe they don't even refund them and they simply just say, oh, do you need something? Come on, somebody buy something. We've physically seen it with our own eyes, okay? So I'm just being real with you here. I wholeheartedly believe that. And again, I am using certain language here because I am going to be cautious in my content. However, y'all can see the damn screenshots. There is loopholes with these companies. Why the hell do we see this existing? It's not like we're pouring this shit out of our ass when we get screenshots sent to us, for crying out loud, and physical, pretty clear confirmation, in my opinion, that this stuff exists. Okay, so what if a system... Okay. And this is honestly a very shitty argument. Just because drugs are illegal doesn't mean we see people with drugs. Just because Monet says, oh, well, you can't spend a certain amount on, towards the end of the month or whatever with a card, that doesn't mean there's not a loophole to make it happen. Unethical things still happen. What? Do you think Monet truly is going to monitor all of it? Maybe they'll monitor one credit card, but several people? No, they're not going to be able to do that. But nonetheless, it still happens. That is something that we have been able to physically see. Bonus buying does exist. And again, I'm going to try really hard to dig and find that. But when I can, I'll see if I can post up the screenshots of this. And I'll put it and link it in the description below. So that way you guys can physically see this for yourself. I'm not bullshitting here, you guys. So I don't care. And this is something, again, I know certain companies have these laws in place. A lot of us know that. It's the problem of the loopholes that still exist. And again, top leaders have absolutely encouraged bonus buying. We've seen this across the board in multi-level marketing companies. And continue this on with my argument as well of, she says, oh, there's no way to truly lose $5,000 in regards to your MLM company. Like, there's just no way, there's no way. Yeah, the fuck there is. Because one, there's retreats, there's conferences, there's trips. Those are all losses, and it's gonna rack up on a card. And again, purchasing new launches, because that is always heavily pushed and promoted to purchase the new launches so that you can discuss the products, because if you don't have them, you can't talk about how amazing they are. That's another thing that they do, especially at conferences, and I literally highlighted that in the Motion Nations conference. They had products that you could purchase like that so that way you can immediately talk about them, and they are expensive. It is very easy to rack up credit card debt. It just is, and especially with a company like this, and especially with a top leader or any other leaders for that matter in training saying, hey, you want to get successful? This is how I did it. And again, because this dipshit on here says, oh, mentors are cheat codes.
Gone through the trenches and figured out what works and what doesn't work so that we could shortcut your success. You guys know that mentors are cheat codes. They're cheat codes for a reason. They let you pass by, and the whole goal is for you to get to where I'm at faster than I did because you know what I didn't know.
Well, if mentors are cheat codes, you would expect people to listen to their mentor, correct? Yes, okay. So if a girl is being told, hey, go do this, okay, maybe buy this, this will help you, etc., it will add up. If you're listening to your leader and they are encouraging that, it will happen. So knock this shit off.
Literally, you have a limit of how many products you can buy per month. And if you want to buy over that, you have to get a special request. You have a limit. And if they notice that you're buying too much product, I've literally seen people get called out for it on other teams where the compliance calls them and what's this $500 order about on the last day of the month? Because it's not adding up. They literally have measures to prevent against things like that. So, but you're out here like bonus buying. You can't even do that. If you use the same credit card on more than one account, meaning if I went and bought product under like another account as a customer, but the compliance calls you like the fucking next day. They're on your...
Okay, and again, if that exists, and if that is true as you say, which again, if it's true, and I do think that that exists, I will give her the benefit of the doubt on that. But again, that is why we have screenshots of alleged leaders asking their downlines and other people with different fucking credit cards to go and buy products so an individual can rank up. It does happen. There are loopholes to these things. But acting so fucking oblivious and as if Monet is so perfect. Holy tits, like this is ridiculous. I swear there's no real criticism whatsoever.
They're on your ass about it. They're so serious. You could literally get your account closed about it. So it's like there's so many measures in place to prevent these unethical practices, but it's like you don't know that because you're not in the business. You're just here rah. Like, anyways, so yeah. That's why it angers me because it's so inaccurate. So I just don't even watch it because why would I watch something that the whole intention if your intention was to educate, you wouldn't need to bring people up and bash them.
Okay, Dre, I'll answer this question for you. When in regards to these types of videos, again, information's good. I love sharing information, but here's my thing. Would you rather read a nonfiction book about a topic, or would you rather watch a documentary visually showing you examples of something, right? You'd rather watch the movie, the visual. It's gonna be easier for you. I cannot get on here and say, okay, Monet top leaders are saying X, Y, and Z. If I don't have proof, I don't have proof. I need to have proof because that is what visually gets through people's heads and helps them. And it's good. It's good for people to be like, okay, you know what? That is wrong. Also, if I say that Dre is maybe speaking in a really angry tone when she's making fun of people, had I not had that anti-MLM reaction video that she made, for example, no one would have believed me, and I need people to believe me. So not only am I gonna have fact studies and statistics and things cited in every video, I am gonna have proof and physical visuals for you guys to see in every video. And again, these people need to understand there's a difference between bashing and truth. There's a difference between showing an examples and commenting and calling out problematic behaviors. Now, I am going to be honest with you here. In this video, I am being more vocal. I am being more mean because I'm sick and tired of people like this treating others like shit and getting away with it, lying and getting away with it, and on top of that, being super well aware of their actions and getting away with it. And after so much of hurting people, I'm done. I no patience whatsoever. But in a lot of my other content as well, I'm pretty good about saying this is an example of what I'm talking about and why. It is very important. This is about education. I can use an example that is publicly posted for educational purposes to comment, to show, so people can understand. I wouldn't have anything to react to if I didn't have so many top leaders and other people existing. If people did not post the craziest shit, 90% of my channel is packed with leaders and individuals that have posted the most ridiculous stuff. It exists, so I'm gonna use it. I need people to see this crazy industry and how similar people are across multiple different multi-level marketing companies. But if you don't want me to use you as an example, don't be a shit leader and don't be a part of a multi-level marketing company. And don't be a bad person, okay? I'm just saying, and again, I'm not saying everyone in multi-level marketing is a bad person, but a lot of these top leaders are an ass hair away from being one, okay?
Even with my example, my IGTV video, I educate on the network marketing industry so much. That was the only time I've ever actually shown another, not even shown, I didn't even show their names, I didn't even show their faces because I don't want them to be bashed. I don't want people to know who they are and to hate on them because they don't deserve that. They don't deserve that. So I'm not going to put their faces or what their name is or what their @name is so people can go and hate. I'm not going to do that to them because that's not fair. Right? But I'm going to educate on the topic, and I've only done that once in 2 years in this industry. So if as an anti-MLMer, your entire, your goal, your mission is to educate people on how horrible this industry is. Let's say that that's like really what you were trying to do. Why do you need to bash other people in the process? Why do you need to do that? Just go and educate. Why you gotta take screen recordings of my face and post it? Why is the only time that you have content is when it's other MLMers on your page? Why is it that any other video that you post on your the one girl that I saw, why is it that any other video that you post on your YouTube channel get no motherfucking views? No motherfucking views. You get like 2,000 views, but when you post an anti-MLM, it's like 25K.
Oh, Dre coming at it with the lack of understanding on anything. So let's address the last thing that she said. How come if you're an anti-MLMer and you post anything else, nothing does well? It's very simple. And a lot of other creators' main demographics are anti-MLM viewers. When I post up a video, for example, and let's say, and again, I experienced this previously. If I uploaded a video, let's say like a vlog, most of you are here for anti-MLM or scam commentary. So naturally, it's not going to do well because YouTube won't push it out if the main demographic that is on my channel doesn't click on it. That's kind of a no-brainer. That's why I wanted to expand, because I have more to offer to YouTube and I have more hobbies. So I made my vlog channel so that way I can post up other things that I love and slowly expand and grow on that, because my main demographic is not going to be just anti-MLM starting. That kind of makes sense. And before I even started commentary, you guys, back in 2020, I didn't know shit about MLMs. I was coming in with a absolute no understanding of it. Besides, I knew my mom was in one. That was it. My mom had been in one, and then she wasn't anymore. It was Avon. And I was digging into it because I had someone try and recruit me, and I didn't understand it. So I dug into everything because, again, I was like, okay, if this is fine, I don't give a shit. If it's wrong, I want to dive into it. And the information that you can find on the internet is astronomical. It is truly astronomical. And so I dug and I was like, you know what? This is a problem. Someone needs to talk about it. I had no idea about anything. And then actually doing proper research, I was able to find the truth and reality of things. And that is why I'm here today, nearly 2 years later, calling this shit out.
Anyways, so yeah. But the funny thing is, why I was telling you guys, I watched one anti-MLM video when I first started, and the funny thing about it is the girl ended up joining Monat. Literally.
Oh boy. I already know I'm going to have some things to say about this. If you guys don't know the Kimberlea situation, I'll give you a little summary because this is exactly where this is going.
A year and a half later, she joined Monat and she issued a public apology and she joined the company. I don't remember her name, but she joined the company to say and wanted to make back all the money that she said from all her endeavors of making these videos. She wasn't that big of a YouTube channel, you know, but from all these endeavors of making these hate videos, she's made like $2,000. And like, fam, you invested 2 years of your life making hate videos and you made $2,000?
Okay, so let's actually clear this up because Dre only knows a little bit of it, and that I won't blame her for because she doesn't know the full situation. I actually still have a YouTube video. In October, it kicked off, and then into the March time was when this kicked off. Again, I don't want to give this individual much attention. I still think she's an absolute fuck, and I will think that to this day because of the way she handled everything. This individual was a previous anti-MLM creator. Her name was Kimberly. And again, I'm not trying to dig up shit, and no, this is not digging up shit. This is just talking and correcting some information. This anti-MLM creator was a problematic person that caused a lot of harm and hate to a lot of people. It fucked a lot of people over. It was in a way an MLMer in disguise in the community that was essentially mooching off of the community, not because she gave a fuck, but because she wanted personal gain. That was my opinion on it, and a lot of people saw that after she left. So after things weren't going her way and she wasn't getting the attention she wanted, she suddenly said she didn't want to be involved with anti-MLM, which was very stupid and weird. But then she came out that she joined Monat. It was the stupidest thing on the planet. It was the most embarrassing thing on the planet. And so she put up an Instagram caption apologizing about ever talking about MLMs, and she specifically focused on Monat, and she said how she wanted to pay Monat back for all the money she made. And it wasn't from just she made a lot more money off of that. It wasn't just from all the MLM videos she made, it was just from the topic of Monat. She added up all the money she made from Monat videos and wanted to pay the CEO back. Which, story short, her downfall in her main channel and just in Monat and everything as a whole happened. And there was lots of other things that included. Moral of the story, in my opinion, I still think she's a fuck, and I'm very glad that the trash took itself out, and this is all I'm gonna say about it. Again, that is a very past thing. I'm just correcting what this individual has said. I could give a fuck less what Kimberly is doing at this point. She is not my problem, and hopefully she never becomes anyone's problem ever again. Crossing my fingers.
You invested that same amount of energy into this business, let me tell you, it would have been a lot more farther than that. But anyway, she joined the business, and she even said publicly that she wanted to make more money to give back or to donate or something like that because of the fact that she made it in an unethical way by bashing people. She joined the fucking business, bro.
Because she was a dipshit, bro. We've pre-established that, and I know she doesn't know fully, but it's like, that wasn't a very good story. That was a desperate move for attention. Not because and again, she's not even still in. She's not even doing anything now with it. She's done with that.
And she said that when she went through a really tough time in her life, she was battling depression or some mental thing, like she was going through a really tough time. The person who helped her out of it was a girl that was in Monat.
That was something that we actually debunked a long time ago because she was very involved with the anti-MLM community, and I knew 3 major people that were literally talking to her every single day up until she showed her ass, essentially, big time. So no, it wasn't a Monat girl that truly pulled her out of anything. She just decided to flip a switch and say fuck you to so many other previous people. Again, I know that's not what this is about, but I'm just making it very clear. The person that she's talking about, the Joy Monat, was a scammer in disguise the entire time. Okay, but again, thank God we don't have any more that I'm aware of scammers in this commentary community.
That had compassion for her situation. But we only build relationships to sell, right?
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Anyways, no one watches you harder than your haters. I say keep watching me. Yeah. What do you recommend doing or watching to try to move past haters, anti-MLMers? Don't watch the videos. Don't watch the videos. If you believe in God, or let's say you're on your path to really connecting with God and with your faith, are you gonna go and watch videos about atheism? No, you're not. Why would you do that? For what reason would you do that if your goal is to connect with your faith? It's the same thing with this. Why am I going to feed my mind with bullshit if I know what I want? If I know that this works? For what reason? I've already educated myself. I've already read a shit ton of books, a shit ton of podcasts. I've already educated myself. I don't need to listen to. Anyways, so yeah, that's number one. Don't watch it. Disconnect, block, don't argue, don't comment back, don't fight back. Trust me, it is draining every single time. Every single time I'm like, you know what? This time I'm gonna educate them a little bit. No, every time it's motherfucking draining. Even if you do it every once in a while, it's motherfucking draining. Don't do it. That's like arguing with an atheist to get them to believe in God. Why? Let them have their beliefs. It's cool. I don't need to convince you. Like, it's cool. I don't need to defend myself. The girl that took the loss should have just taken notes from Dre in the first place instead of hating on her business. She might be $5,000 richer right now. Yeah. Well, that girl probably doesn't even know me. That's why I'm saying I wasn't specifically targeting her. I was just targeting the concept.
So again, I feel like the analogy of religion was really shitty because anyone can believe their own religion. That's different. But again, if you are like, for me, for example, if I'm fully like good with my own faith and that is a personal thing, and again, if I am not using my religion to fuck with people, if I'm not using my religion to hurt people, there is nothing wrong with looking at other people's perspectives. I don't think that's wrong. I can still stand firm on my belief, but look at what other people are saying. That's not good. If you're strong in your belief and you know, then there's nothing wrong with that. There's a difference though when you have a literally factually proven predatory scheme and scam that does not work for most people and profits the top higher ranks and percentages. That's the thing too. She literally was like, oh, just don't watch it, block, don't even engage. You are literally trying to brainwash anyone that's viewing to not engage or do anything, not because we are wrong, because we're not. We have statistics and numbers to prove that we are right here. You don't want them seeing it though, because your freaking income would drop like that. You don't want people to see it. It's so freaking weird to me. And again, if you are so self-aware, then why wouldn't you watch some of our stuff to see what we have to say? Why would you completely block it out? Why wouldn't you look at some of the facts that we bring to the table? You don't. You block people immediately. You completely hide away from the truth because you're incapable of actually understanding it because you choose not to. You'd start feeling guilty, and you don't want that check coming in whenever you get paid to make you feel guilty now, do you, Dre? So that was absolutely freaking disgusting to say the least. But that's the thing is, I cannot stand this individual. It is baffling to me the way that she handled everything and the way that she still does not feel bad for it and the way that she still keeps going on and thinks that what we're doing is problematic but what she's doing is perfectly fine. I'm at least making money off of content that is entertaining and educational. You are making money off of literally lying to a team. How am I lying when I have facts to prove it? Now this is another thing that was actually posted up today that is a haters don't pay your bills little video. Let's listen.
I'm so obsessed with what these people think of me. And then I was like, wait a minute, they're not paying my bills, they're not retiring my parents, they're not elevating me mentally, spiritually, or physically. All they do is like hot photos of me. That's it. Why am I so bound by what these people think of me? Why am I playing so small and delaying my results, delaying my greatness for them? And I realized, you know what? I'm no longer gonna care what these people think of me because I don't ever see them.
Yeah, exactly, because we're not attending cult conferences and we don't have teams. No shit, dipshit.
I don't ever see them in rooms like this. I don't ever see them in conferences. And they definitely not reading the books that we reading.
And so it's so funny to me how this big old boss Dre over here is like, I don't see them doing anything we're doing. Exactly. That's what we argue against. Half the shit you do is problematic and scammy. I would never be caught dead doing what you're doing because it's so messed up and gross. You're preying on these poor people's perspectives. You're literally teaching them to ignore any outside perspective because you are not embracing any outside perspective for that matter. The outside perspective that you should be listening to is actually factual and true. My belief is based off of statistics. Your belief is based off of being very much self-aware that you know how to manipulate people very well, so you can make the scam work for you, but not everyone else below you. And it is so sad and disgusting to me how this person still excuses their behaviors, blocks anyone that has any other perspective, and trains that type of mentality to so many other people. And I'm just gonna be outright in front with you all. Miss Dre is definitely on my shit list right now because I'm going to be highlighting her more because the more she scams and lies, the more I'm going to highlight it. Actually, I am going to be trying to find a way to make a series or some major deep dive into this or this individual because I feel like some more things need to be exposed and there's way too much, I feel like, for me to do several reaction videos. I think we need one big video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell button down below. And I will see you all in the next video. Stay glowing, my beautiful queens. Love you. Bye.